Hey guys, how's it going? It's Jess here to do my September cross stitch update. Just a couple things first. Thanks for everybody who left your wonderful feedback on my last video. Your comments are absolutely invaluable to me. And also to anybody that subscribed, also welcome and thank you for taking the time to watch my videos. Definitely makes it worthwhile. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started. I've got a couple of new starts, a couple of finishes, and then my long-term works in progress. I'm not going to show all of the projects because there are a couple that I haven't touched. I think there's only one or two that I haven't touched since my last video, so not too shabby. So I'll go ahead and start with the finishes first. First we have Martinez Roses, and it's a little design. And I finished this one in August, and it was a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to doing another chatelaine, and I'm looking forward to framing this one. I think I'm going to put it up on my mantle or maybe on a bookshelf or something so that people can see it. The next one that I wanted to show you guys is, I mentioned in my last video, was a secret project that I didn't want to show because I thought that maybe the person who's receiving this as a gift would see it before she got it. Now, Andrea, if you're watching this, you know, turn away or something, or otherwise you're not going to be surprised. And so I'll just go ahead and show it. And so if you're a fan of Doctor Who, you know exactly what this is. It's the disappearing Tardis. Tardis? I'm sorry. I don't watch Doctor Who, so I'm not quite up to snuff on the lingo there. But I found this pattern on Etsy, and I know that Andrea is a big fan, and she's also a reader, and so I made this into just a simple bookmark. And so I'm going to send that off to her. The next one I just finished actually this morning, and you know, it's still embarrassing because it was supposed to go to the gift receiver back in May, but nevertheless, a finish is a finish, right? And so that's the sunflower for the sunflower card. The back stitching was really easy to do. It wasn't all that complex or anything, all straight lines. And so I pretty much finished that up within a couple hours. So I'm going to send that off as soon as is possible. Okay, the next two are new starts. And the first one is pretty simple. It's just an iris. And I pulled this one out of the, I believe it's the Cross Stitch Card Shop. Yeah, the March 2013 issue. I have it on my iPad, and I'm stitching this for Danny's grandma, who just had surgery yesterday. So I thought that it would be a nice gesture to send her a little get well iris. And this is on a 32 count even weave. It's over 2. I'd originally started it on Ada, but had to start over because there's fractional stitches, and I have a hard time with fractional stitches and having to stab through the fabric. So that is why I restarted that one. Next one is also a gift, and I'm also going to be restarting it for the very same reasons as the last one. And it's kind of sad because it's almost done. But I have to restart it because there are some back stitches that are supposed to give it like a feathery effect, and those back stitches end up forcing me to stab through the fabric on this 14 count Ada too. Not a huge fan of that. It's like really imprecise, and you know, I'm worried that it won't quite look right. So I'm just going to start over on a higher thread count and just stitch it over 2. You know, it's a little design, so it won't take too long to do that. So that's that. But that's what it'll look like in the end. So that's that. The next one that I have is one that we talked about a lot on my last video, and that is the Woodland Creatures sampler. And when I left you last time, I think I had August almost done, but not quite. And so I finished up August and then September. September I finished up in just a matter of a couple of days, just because it's really, really cute. Really cute. And I think August is cute too, although I'm not a huge fan of the skunk just because I don't know how well you can see this, but I think that I should have stitched the black in three strands because the coverage isn't great. And so it kind of looks a little weird, but that's okay. So I had asked everybody last time to sort of leave some ideas for me about what you might do with this project when you're done with it because I've been struggling with that. And I have actually figured out what I'm going to do with it now. A friend of mine is working on her license to be an elementary school teacher, and she saw it and she said that she'd really love to have something like this in her classroom to go along with the calendar so that the kids can see the seasons and sort of things that go along with each month, how to spell each month, and she's talking about maybe doing like a writing activity each month to go along with the pictures so that the kids have to sort of tell the story about what's going on in the pictures. So I'm really interested to see what they come up with, and I'm really glad that I was able to find something constructive for it because I think that it'll just work really great in an elementary classroom, so woohoo! The next one I have, these last two are my Heaven and Earth designs, so these are my big ones. And Mini Pearl, I was able to get the last stitches on the third page done here a couple days ago. So I'm trying to get it organized because, you know, she's not little. So there's Mini Pearl and all three of her first pages. And this is, like I said, Heaven and Earth design, and the artist is Rachel Anderson. And this is definitely my focus piece these days. Still really loving it. I can't believe that I finished the third page and the first row, almost a third of the way totally complete, which is cool. Just really, really enjoying this progress and project. And then the last one I have on my brand new frame, and it's really big, so it's going to be a little awkward. See, really big frame. Okay, so there's Autumn Owl, and as you can see, I finished the first page there. And this frame is a new addition, or not a new addition, but it's a new addition to my house. This is the Millennium frame by Needle Needs. My boyfriend got this for me for our 2-year anniversary that happened early last month. And I'm really super excited about it. It's the best frame in the world. If you don't know about them, I highly suggest checking them out, especially if you like scroll frame stitching. These have the absolute best tension all the way throughout. Really good side-to-side tension, which I was kind of concerned about a little bit. Really simple to use. I mean, you basically load it, you load the fabric, and then twist here and you get tension. It takes less than 5 minutes. Really easy to use. My only, I guess, downside to it is that I'm having a hard time finding a stand for it because, you know, it's big, and so trying to two-hand stitch, it's almost impossible. So that's kind of a bummer. They used to make the necessary floor stand, Needle Needs did, but they stopped making them. And I'm not really sure why, but in the meantime, I'm trying to find a replacement stand. So if you happen to know of any that can support this and hold it, let me know, because I'd really like to find a stand. So yeah. And also I'm going to link in the description so that you can check out Needle Needs if you're interested. So yeah, so that's that. Let's see, in my last video, somebody had asked about the scroll frames that I use. The ones that I have from before, they are by F.A. Edmonds. I just found them at my local Michael's. They're all right. I mean, they suffice, and I have a lap stand to go with them, so I'm able to get two-handed stitching. They're nothing like this, but they definitely work well for me. other than hoops, I'll work with just about any stand or frame out there. So I just gave it a shot, and you know, the FA admins were pretty good for a time. And then also somebody had asked about the grime guard that I had on my Q snaps, and it's this right here. It's just a simple thing. I didn't stitch this myself or sew it together. I bought it just because I don't sew. And so I bought this from Crazy Annie's Cross Stitch. I know that somebody else mentioned Crazy Annie's already this week. I'll just reiterate, awesome site. Great for resources, especially if you're in the US, because they're based in the US. Usually discount prices, really approachable. If they don't have something that you want, they will almost go to get what you need on almost everything. Really, really great site, and they have lots of stuff. So I highly suggest checking them out. I'm also going to link that in the description. So yeah, that's about all I've got. Oh, that's not true. Somebody had asked about parking, about me doing potentially a parking demonstration. I'd really like to do that, and but believe you me, you won't learn anything from me if I try to explain it. I'm not very good at explaining how I do it. However, there's a blog that I read as often as she updates, and she posted a parking guide that's pretty phenomenal, so I'm going to link that in the description so that you can check it out. It's probably the best of all of the guides that I've seen. There's pictures, and it's really well explained, and so I'm going to link that up so you can check that out. So yeah, that's all that I've got, and I will see you guys hopefully mid-September with my next update, depending on progress and that sort of a thing. So yeah, see you then. Bye.